Good afternoon, welcome back to Drew's Garden. Just a quick update, this is the front, which I haven't been on. There is not a weed in sight on the front. We collected some rocks today from good old Facebook Marketplace and popped them around here, made a bit of a garden edge and some soil from out near Tarneet that's got some chook poo and other stuff in it. $10 for a fairly big bag, so pretty much a bargain. Move some rocks around. The wife was very handy with all of this. I'll go down the side because I don't know if you remember the side. The side was an absolute mess. There were weeds higher than my head down here. And now, I'll shut this gate behind me. There's not a weed to be seen. We've got rid of all of them and fixed things up a little bit. I like this hanging over the fence, but that's all good. Fixed it up a little bit. The dog water bowl out here. A few other things. So this is just a different angle today. Okay, the rose bush is looking fantastic. I'm going to try and take some cuttings off this and regrow it so it's not so big and bushy and all over the place. And if I get enough of them, I'd almost be tempted to cut this back to one stem, try and make it stand up again. Anyway, I don't think this jasmine's surviving. It's very sad. I've given it plenty of sea salt and stuff, but just not coming good. So having said that, you do see shoots off it. It's not doing much. However, on the other side, I cut some more of this off because I figured what was going on is it's trying to do too much. And since I cut bits off, these little shoots have become more prolific on the trunk that's left. And down the bottom here, we have quite a lot of shoots coming out. So even if it just shoots from the bottom, I'll be happy because it will go pretty quickly. There is a cucumber, a butternut pumpkin, and some sort of bean, but it's getting eaten there. They're going okay. Having put that garden bed out the front, the wife is now getting me to pull a few things out of here, which is really starting to tidy it up. Our green bin's full, but you can see it's starting to shape a little bit of shape here. I have a lot more rocks to put around here, tidy up a bit. We pulled these sunflowers out into the sun, so hopefully they're a little bit happier, though they are going along quite fine. Dahlias are coming out of here okay, and a million self-seeded, whatever they are, some sort of flowers in here. It's a messy corner. Whoop, get out of there. Back to the veggie garden where it all should be. Dog, not sure if it's this one, or I'm looking after my mum's dog, chomped a couple of branches off, so I just stuck them in the ground, see what happens. Probably nothing. Sneaky pumpkin down the back here, I'm going to leave him. I don't think I've got another one up this end. This nasturtium's come good. He is hiding some tomato plants here, but that's alright. They're going along well and truly fine. Radishes and lettuce, been harvesting and giving away to friends. These radishes have massive bulbs on them. And I'm starting to get a few less. You only cut up one of them and chuck it in a salad. Nice and crisp and crunchy. Dill's looking good. This is, I believe, a capsicum growing here. I'm hoping I put a couple of seeds around here, so let's see what happens. There's some more basil popping in amongst all this. I think this here is a salvia. It's the same as this purple one. Oh, I've lost it on the other side over there. See what happens. If it's no good, I'll pull it out. Like I said, the dill's popping up. This capsicum is starting to shoot, and my spring onions look pretty happy here. These beans have just started to climb up and hook on this side. So once they hook on, they sort of take off. A bit more foliage on this one. I've popped some little baby lettuce in amongst the holes, trying to fill the gaps. Sneaky tomatoes up this end, not meant to be there. As you can see, these are starting to climb really well. Can't remember if these are a yellow climber or a green climber. We'll find out when they go. and there's some cucumbers just sneaking through there. I planted some things in here. I really can't tell you because I can't remember what I put in here. It was only a couple of weeks ago. Maybe some more basil and some other things. More things that are growing up. Just things. I put lots of things in. Some lettuce and stuff in here as well. So these are, I'm pretty sure, chives. And I think I put some spring onions in here as well. Probably not the best idea because spring onions and chives look the same. The basil on this end and the tomatoes are doing fine. So whatever tomatoes self-seeded and growing up here, I've been thinning them out to a manageable number. However, in this one, a lot of the beans died. Don't know what that is. Maybe it's a cucumber, but that's a tomato, so I'll leave them both in here. This salvia is happy. These tomatoes are really looking good. I'm starting to do, just make sure they don't have too many leaders, and I just want them to go straight up. So it's a fight to find them at the moment. There is some basil growing amongst underneath it as well. So this side's doing really well. Radishes are exploding out of the ground, which is fine. Something's had a nibble at that one. Interesting. Might mean we have other things in this backyard that I didn't have at the other backyard. We'll see what happens. I might ask the neighbour, she's pretty knowledgeable. A couple little spring onions in amongst it all. Dill. There's some cucumbers down here, all hidden amongst this. I hope that's a cucumber, not a pumpkin, though I don't really care at this stage. That's another pumpkin in there, I think. I'm just growing stuff. Now, these beans are nearly at eye level. The tallest one, these purple beans. So these only hung on, I think in the last video, if you have a look, they're not very tall at all. More radishes down here. Sneaky tomato on the end. Oh, and a surprise. I thought these were purple cabbages. No, it's purple broccoli in amongst the Brussels sprouts and things. I'll just go from this end. This is pretty self-explanatory. Sunflowers. Big ones. Some other sunflowers that are doing stupendously well. And I've got corn all bunched together in the corner because that's what I was told to grow them. Okay. Now, a little bit more stuff going on here. I popped some heirloom radish seeds in amongst this, and they've all popped up this week. Some more. Yep, there's some strawberries growing in there, looking good. More heirloom stuff. This is going to seed. I'll collect the seeds off this. Flat leaf parsley. Had a little harvest of these. I had the secateurs out here earlier. I was going to do a video on. You can see where I prune. So I've just pruned up to where the first fruit was. Yeah. And as the leaves pop up and as the fruit pops out, I just keep on pruning. You'll see that over coming weeks. I've thrown some lettuce in here amongst a few spring onions. There's a couple of zucchinis in here. They're only small at this stage, but it is very, very early. All my things are all crated up. These are all going to mum, so I'll get rid of these crates. These just look good, my wife said. I don't think they're coming to anything, but that doesn't matter. And there's a sneaky tomato in there too. Sneaky tomatoes everywhere in this garden. Look, more tomatoes. Pumpkin on the back. Everything's really healthy. I emptied the carrots out and I put the extra soil on top of these potatoes because they'd shot through. Avocado. This is starting to shoot, the lime tree up the top here and looking really good. I've got to move the camera slower. The dahlias are all starting to pop up. They're all labelled on these funny looking tomato stakes with their names. That's handy to know this year. My wife's more organised than me with labelling stuff. I did put a row of seed tape along here. If anyone wants to know what seed tape is, just ask me in the video and I'll pull some out and show you. But it's a seed tape of spring onions. Actually, I only just planted this. So you can see it's like a tape and the seeds are along it. So, yeah, just keeps it spaced really nicely. It's a good way to plant seeds. Nectarine's doing well. More potatoes. There's a potato shortage. These have really started to plump up. These are boysenberries. Loving these. There is one lonely mulberry under here somewhere. There he is. next year, mulberries. Mint, can't stop it. Can never stop mint. This bean wasn't doing that yesterday. I can almost assure you I did not see this up here yesterday. Once they get going, they get going. So there's some different kind of pumpkins and some other stuff in there. There's a sneaky bean around the back of this lettuce. There's a purple one. And, believe it or not, this is my capsicum plant. That was a stick a few weeks ago. It's flowering. All over it, it's got flowers. I'm amazed. Haven't done any pruning on these zucchini plants yet. Though, oh, I have a first zucchini. Just in there. Woohoo! You know, and the lettuce, I am seriously picking this every couple of days, giving it to friends, and it's still keeping on going. I've got 3 types of beans in here, I believe. And these could be pumpkins, they could be anything, not sure. My first ever raspberries are also on the go. So, that's pretty much the garden. You may have noticed in the background, I have an extra dog. Dog sitting at the moment, and this dog have just been tearing around this backyard. So, fingers crossed. I gave it another mow. It is looking green though. The other thing I'm trying for the first time is that I got some runners out of the stones for the grass, and I've just popped the runners with some shoots off them into these sections to see if that'll run and end up like that grass. Anyway, that's the garden. Oh, I forgot about the potatoes. They're still looking sickly, but the rest of the garden, oh, pretty much happy days. Except for this one, the seeds are really slow. So this is bunning soil with none of my compost in it. No, I just have run out. So you can tell the difference between bunning soil and my own soil. My own soil garden beds are like that. Bunning garden soil, things are struggling, really struggling to grow in here. It's well watered, it's well drained, but nothing's really happy. Though mind you, this tomato has flowers. So anyway, now that's the garden for this week. I'm pretty stoked for a garden bed that I planted 8 weeks ago. So this is 8 weeks of garden, and I'm harvesting and I'm having a good time. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the week, and I'll see you all next week.